First tonight, Manchester United have called Nobby Stiles a titan of the club's history after it was announced the World and European Cup winner has died at the age of 78. His toothless grin was one of the most enduring images of that day in 1966, when England's Three Lions clinched global football's highest prize. In recent years, he'd lived with dementia. In a moment, we'll be live at Old Trafford, but first, Chris Hall looks back on an extraordinary career.
It's one of the most celebrated images in English sporting history. World Cup in hand, dancing with joy, the climax to a real-life underdog story. Born in Collyhurst, Manchester, there was only one team Nobby Stiles ever wanted to play for.
My recollection is 6 years of age, this is the 1948 Cup final, and United were getting beat 2-1, and my head getting stuck in an armchair, and my dad saying, "Keep bloody quiet, will you? United are coming back."
He served his apprenticeship alongside his heroes, the Busby Babes, until the disaster in Munich took them away.
I got a paper and they had the headline, eight of them dead, you know. Just walked across the road into St Patrick's and just sat in there for about 2 hours and cried.
United's shattered squad took time to rebuild. They needed someone strong, an enforcer, to give the team bite. They turned to a man with no front teeth. Being 5'5" and short-sighted would have killed off most sporting careers. It drove Nobby to work and battle harder.
Stiles, just listen to that crowd.
His honest graft and tenacity made him popular. For some, he could do no wrong.
And Stiles surely once again impeded.
His finest performance came in the World Cup semi-final of '66 against the mighty Eusebio.
By clever marking by Nobby Stiles, he had so far been kept out of shooting range.
He never left his side, stifling a player who had seemed unstoppable.
England had won 2-1. Eusebio wept as he left the field.
Without the steel of Stiles, England may never have lifted that golden trophy.
England have won the World Cup, there's no doubt about that.
How are you feeling, Nobby?
Great. What sort of match was it? Oh, great match, because we won, didn't we? Great, fabulous.
But his rivalry with Eusebio was not over yet. The World Cup was England's crowning glory, but Stiles was a Manchester lad. The chance to honour his fallen heroes in the European Cup final was his finest hour.
Eusebio, in current form, he scored 42 goals in the league. Seems quite a problem for Nobby Stiles, doesn't it?
Again, he didn't shirk from the challenge.
Stiles bringing down Eusebio.
Laying the platform for George Best and Bobby Charlton to make headline news.
Manchester United have just become Europe's new soccer champions.
Nobby Stiles, Stepney, these heroes of Manchester United.
Manchester lad, it's 10 years since Munich exactly, and I'm part of that dream. You know, it's unbelievable.
Retirement brought management spells at Preston and West Brom before coaching a certain United youth team, later known as the Class of '92. An MBE brought another meeting with the Queen, while his World Cup heroics are relived every 4 years, immortalised in song. But in his day, glory and wealth did not go hand in hand. His World Cup windfall was just £650. So, to provide for his family in later years, Nobby sold off his medals and jerseys. They're now in the United Museum. That was Nobby, unselfish. He gave freedom to United's Holy Trinity by defending with a devilish quality. But grudges were never born.
It's in! It's gone! Stiles has scored off the goalkeeper.
A world apart from the well-manicured footballers of today, he trained in his jumper and celebrated a World Cup win with a cup of tea.
Stiles, the hero of United tonight.
Nobby Stiles wore his heart on his sleeve, and it beat from Manchester United.
I've had a great time. I achieved everything I ever wanted to. Local kid and very, very proud of it. I mean, even when I go abroad sometimes, you know, Steelers, you know, Bobby Charlton, Steelers, you know.
What a man, what a life. Well, Chris can join us now live from Old Trafford. What's the reaction there tonight, Chris?
And we can expect to see plenty of flowers and shirts laid around here over the next few days. Nobby Stiles was adored here at Old Trafford, where he spent 11 years and made nearly 400 appearances for Manchester United. Tonight, the club say, we are extremely saddened to learn of the passing of Nobby Stiles, an integral part of our first ever European Cup winning side. Nobby was a titan of the club's history, cherished for his heart and personality on and off the pitch. He will be sorely missed by us all. Well, one man who played alongside Nobby was, of course, the great Dennis Law. And speaking in a recent interview with Granada Reports, he spoke in the most glowing terms of his former teammate.
What a good player he turned out to be, and what a good player to have in the team, sorting out people who were twice the size of him and twice the width of him. And don't forget, he was like that in training. He couldn't change the way he played.
So he was ferocious on the training ground?
Yeah, you would keep away from him. Oh yeah, I went in goal, really. When I saw that he was picked to play for England, I thought, gee, what's this all coming to? And then to see how he did and win the World Cup, he got no teeth in, running around, and just wow.
It's one of the great World Cup images, isn't it? Him dancing down the sideline.
Absolutely. I think it sort of brings you back into what football should be all about. He was a character of the highest, and it never changed him at all. He was just, a normal guy, really.
Well, as Dennis mentioned there, Nobby will always be remembered for that iconic moment, dancing with the World Cup. He and Sir Bobby Charlton are the only two Englishmen ever to have won both a World Cup final and a European Cup final. There is no statue here for Nobby at the moment, but judging by the amount of tributes pouring in for him tonight, he will never be forgotten. I'll have plenty more of those tributes later on.
You certainly won't. Chris, thanks very much for that. Well, now back to our top story, the death of former Manchester United and England hero Nobby Stiles. Chris Hall is live at Old Trafford. Chris, lots of tributes being paid to Nobby tonight. Talk us through a few of them.
And there are so many, I will try and get through as many as I can. Let's start with Gary Neville, who was coached here by Nobby in his early years at Old Trafford. He says, rest in peace, Nobby. Thank you for all that you did for us. You taught us how to fight for everything in that red shirt. Ex-Manchester United goalkeeper Peter Schmeichel, another European Cup winner, says, really sad news that a Man United legend has passed away. A great hero and an inspiration for all United fans. Another ex-United hero, Norman Whiteside, says, a fantastic footballer, but more importantly, a lovely man. Greater Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham described Stiles as quite simply one of the greatest ever Mancunians. Gary Lineker says another of our 66 World Cup winning heroes leaves us. He had a heart that was even bigger than the gap in his teeth. Frank Bruno, the former world heavyweight boxing champion, describes him as a hard man that he wouldn't have liked to have played against. And I'll give the last word to Sir Geoff Hurst, who of course won the World Cup with Nobby in '66. He says, hugely sad to hear Nobby has passed away. A great character and the heart and soul of the team. He will be sorely missed. And last night we paid farewell, didn't we? We paid tributes to the great Bobby Ball, one of the Northwest's great entertainers. Tonight we say farewell to one of our great winners, the much-loved Nobby Stiles.
Yes, Chris, it's been a sad couple of days. Now, people